I saw you sent a video, a commercial I just shot about bullying, like
Yes.
anti-bully thing.
Brand new law, at least in this state.
So
just got signed like 2 weeks ago.
I don't.
What is the law?
Yeah, what can you go a little depth on that?
It's very general, and we're still actually learning about the law. Basically, it does attach liability to a school. Okay, it imposes a duty on the school to act essentially as the parent while the kid is in school.
Yeah, because it's like the guardian.
That's correct. And if the school, the key to it is this: if it presents an opportunity for a civil action against the school to hold the school responsible for any damages resulting from a bullying incident against your child or children. And the key is if the school's on notice. They have to be on notice. In other words, it's something that's happened.
Yeah.
It
It's on record, too?
You've complained about it. You
Right.
know. You've sent an email. You know, Johnny is abusing or verbally abusing or whatever words you use. You know, my son Peter. You know, please. It's not a major issue, but Peter's upset about it, and I would love for you to maybe contact Johnny's
Notice they're responsible.
parents or do something about
your eye on
it. And
it.
then all of a sudden, 2 weeks later, the kid beats the kid up, or you know, it gets much worse. It also applies to cyberbullying in some states, and there's been like a lot of suicides, and you know, bullying is a very tough thing. It's a difficult thing. A lot of people, it's very controversial too.
That's kind of like word of mouth.
It's controversial.
You say she say.
But we do get a lot of cases involving schools and you know, kids in school, kids getting injured in school, and that's on the civil side.
Have you had a bully case yet?
We have not. The law literally just got passed. I was involved in a case, believe it or not. It was for a very good immigration lawyer. There's a bullying criminal statute that's been on the books for a while. If you bully a kid, you'll be charged with a crime. That's different than if you bully a kid. The kid and his family can sue the school civilly. So the civil law is brand new. I was involved. The lawyer's son was charged with bullying. Some other student stole my friend's son's girlfriend. I think they're like in 7th or 8th grade. So
Stole a shorty?
whatever they do, they hold hands. I mean, these days, who knows what they do? But at least in 7th grade, if I held a girl's hand, I was pretty happy. Anyway, and I was able. I got hired. I negotiated with the school. They didn't push it too far. We spoke to the police. Our kid gave a statement. And they decided not to charge. They did like a mediation with the other family, and it went that way, thank God. So I've had a lot of experience with juvenile criminal cases, and a lot of them result from bullying. Even in the inner cities, get it at East Side High School, Northwest Side, this, Dickinson, just, schools. I know I've had cases where kids were just messing with other kids. But it's, the interesting thing is I posted that. I did that legal minute. My partner wrote that legal minute. Very, very bright guy. I do legal minutes also. And I think he definitely writes a little better than me. He's a good writer. And but something happened that day, and he asked me to tape it. So I did, and we put it up. He loved it. He thought it was great.
It definitely was. When Aunt sent it, like when Aunt sent it, we got like a podcast chat where we drop topics and stuff like that. Aunt sent it through, and like I said earlier, we was like going back and forth for like what to ask you or like what to really talk about. So he sent it. I watched it when it was in the chat. So one night I was just up, couldn't sleep. I watched it again, then I went straight to your profile. So then now I'm just doing my homework on like just seeing who you are and stuff like that. Like seeing you around like your family and stuff like that, on how to like gauge certain things about you. So then I went back to the video and I'm watching it and I'm just like, this is shit that really goes on. Like, it's kids that in school, and they'll probably be bullied just because of how they look or how they, like, their religion and stuff like that. Or even down, not even down, but still probably to, like, the color of their skin. So it's like, to be able to, when I watch them, I'm like, okay, yeah, this, I know, like, it was a whole marketing strategy behind it or whatever. It's like, okay, I'm watching it, and, like, you just seem sincere. You just seem like somebody that, like, okay, yeah, if my kid was in something, okay, yeah, I know who to come to.
Yeah, it's controversial. I mean, I tend to agree with it in terms of you know. But when I say controversial, when I put that post up, there were several people that commented that why does there have to be a law? Everybody just wants to sue. Like, there's another side to that too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, where I grew up,
ugly.
Man, rough in Kennedy High School.
Right.
There was no bullying, anti-bullying statutes.
None of that.
You know?
And even, like, I don't even, to say growing up, it was none of that for us either, but I feel as though there weren't, like, I don't feel like bullying was like a, well, maybe because
you was a bully?
Absolutely. But maybe because when you're that young, you don't really look to see or even care because you just want to have fun. You don't really see the effects of it. But I didn't really see any effects of bullying like growing up.
You probably don't. And I feel like just the environment that we grew up in, like certain things, it just became a norm.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying.
Like, it's just like, okay, like for instance, I'm gonna just speak on something. It was I remember, like, being in middle school. It was somebody that, like, they had like a scent to them. So, like, anytime, like, it was like a weird scent in the class, I'm not gonna hold you. We all be like, oh yeah, that's such and such.
Yeah.
And then you, like, you don't think of, like,
what that's actually doing to
that person. You feel me?
Yeah.
You just be like, oh, it's just normal. Like, okay, yeah, you could just take the joke. Yeah, you know, we serious sometimes, but, like, it's not really you. It doesn't have to be you. But, like, that.
And then
something
who knows, maybe he at home can't wash.
Yeah, like, you
Maybe
don't
that's
know.
why he smells.
Right.
You feel me? So now that's
really
a whole
don't.
ripple effect of whole other shit. And that's
Because, like,
situation.
You get what I'm
sometimes
saying?
people don't know about certain situations, that why certain things happen. And then we speak on it, and it's like, oh, now we say, like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know why. Instead of just, like, sometimes just don't speak on it.
And I think the big difference between, like, when we were coming up and now is things live on social media. Like, these kids are heavy on social media. So, like, one day
our shit was
bullying
back then.
could turn into a month online.
Right. Yeah. And then think of that. Imagine.
Yeah, you're right. Because literally ours is, okay, today I got picked on, tomorrow you got picked on. Next day, like, you're online, it's like that shit goes.
And then
It can last.
it can last, like, okay, yeah, we picked on him for like a month, a week. At the time, it's going to go over. Excuse me. And then, mind you, it's probably just the community of your school. Now think about something you post and it go viral.
Right.
Now you got thousands of people, millions of people see me picking on you.
Right.
Think about the mental effect that has on a person.
Yeah. Damn.
Now, when I go out, people gonna look at me certain type of way.
You're right.
Yep. I think your point's great that, you know, in the digital age, I analogize it to, you know, beer muscles. When you go to the bar, and you look over at my wife, you know, and I look over and, you know, however many deep I am, I think that I got a shot with you, like, and I ain't got no shot with you. But online,
Everybody's a tough guy.
there's no face to face. Everybody's a tough guy when they're talking into a mic or a phone or a
Absolutely.
headset.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Everybody's got beer muscles, so to speak. You know, it's a different world. You know, kids today are exposed to things that we were sometimes not exposed to ever as a kid.
Yeah, honestly speaking, some
Maybe
of the
as
things
adults,
that
but not
these
as a
kids
kid.
these kids have to, like, deal with. I couldn't even imagine dealing with that at like our age, and then that like, you know, you come up for like 2 generations before us, so I know it was like a total different thing.
Yeah.
So just imagine just to be put in, imagine your 10-year-old self in 2022 and having to deal with all of this. Like, oh yeah, I don't do this the right way. Oh damn, I don't have a phone. Like I remember when I didn't have a phone, and it was like, okay, yeah, it was still other people, other kids that didn't have phones.
Right.
But now, you know, it wasn't something I was picked on about.
It's different now. Like I didn't get a phone until like 8th grade.
Same.
Now kids are having phones in 1st grade.
Yeah,
Yo,
well,
my
Second grade.
honestly speaking, my
devices.
godson has a phone. My godson, like you said, is in 1st grade.
First grade.
First grade.
He has a phone. He has a phone. So now imagine that. Imagine being in high school, you don't have a phone because, you know, say, for instance, your parents want you to live how I live.
Right.
And you don't have a phone. And now, oh, yeah, you got to call my house phone. Oh, you booty as hell. You got to call my house phone. Oh, yeah, my mom said I got to get off the phone. Oh, you booty as hell. Da-da-da. Now, boom. Now we now we in the cafeteria. Oh yeah, James couldn't talk on the phone because
Hey, yo, James, you want to use my phone?
like now you feeling crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a different world.
It's scary, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like
It's a different world.
It's definitely scary. Like, so now I understand why some people would be like afraid to bring like a child into the world on what they got to deal with.
It's a different world. It's a different world.
Bro, it's one wicked place, man. I tell you that. This shit's one wicked place.
Yeah.